So there's a very specific situation that shows up in most online coaching on service-based businesses right before they're about to hit a massive wall. And it actually looks like success from the outside. Your front end is working, clients are coming in, revenue is up, but something feels off. Growth is feeling a lot heavier than it should. You feel like you're having to push this boulder continuously up the hill and it's just not getting any easier. The founder is way more involved than they want to be. And no matter what gets optimized on the front end, the feeling just does not go away. And there are 5 specific things happening in your business right now that if you look close enough are telling you exactly why this is happening. So if you're the founder of a coaching or service-based business and you want growth to finally feel easier, this is exactly what's happening. Problem 1 is that you hit a revenue record and you didn't repeat it the next month and you blamed your ads. So you had a record month. Your revenue was up, your ads were strong, closes were great, everything was clicking. And then the next month, you didn't repeat it. So you went back to the ads, you built out new creative, you worked with your sales team, you adjusted the offer. But here's what you didn't do. You didn't look at what happened to the clients from that record month, whether they stayed, whether they referred anybody, whether they bought anything else from you. Because if your best month ever didn't repeat and your instinct was to fix the front end of your business, you have a ceiling hiding in your back end. A business with a functioning back end doesn't need to recreate its best month from scratch every single time with front end acquisition. It will compound and gain leverage from the clients that are already in the container and who want more and who will refer you more people just like them. Sign number 2 that you were about to hit a ceiling is that you were closing really well, but your margin keeps on shrinking. This is one of the most common signs and one of the most misdiagnosed. Close rate is up, revenue is up, and somehow margin keeps shrinking away. So the instinct is to look at expenses, cut the team, reduce overhead, optimize ad spend. But margin shrinks when the cost to acquire a customer and fulfill clients keeps rising relative to what those clients are actually worth. And that math only breaks in one direction when the backend isn't working. If clients aren't staying past the initial container, aren't referring anybody, and aren't buying anything else, every dollar of revenue has to be re-earned from your front-end acquisition. And acquisition keeps getting more and more expensive. So your margin keeps shrinking. So the real problem here is the total value of every client you close. And no amount of cutting expenses is going to fix that problem. Sign number 3 you're about to hit a ceiling is that client issues keep finding their way back to you as the founder personally. Let's say you hired a CS person, maybe even 2, maybe you even hired a director of client success, and client issues are still landing on your desk. And every time it does, you tell yourself it's just a one-off. It's just an edge case. It's just going to happen this one time and it'll never happen again. But the reality is when it does happen again, what this means is that the systems and the people in between the clients and the founder do not have the resources that they need to properly resolve client issues. The scripts, the authority, the context, the framing, the support, the team. So you fill the gap as the founder. And a business where the founder fills the gap, the founder becomes the product, hits a ceiling because you only have so many hours in a day. And you're going to hit that ceiling usually a lot faster than you expect. Sign number 4 you're about to hit a ceiling is that your referral rate is essentially 0 despite having really happy clients. Happy clients who don't refer anybody, it's not a mystery. It's a systems issue. Referrals do not happen because clients are happy, contrary to popular belief. They happen because the ask for referrals lands at the same time when their belief in you is the highest. But if there's no system to identify when that exact moment is, there's no frameworks, there's no scripting to provide your team to make sure that they're asking in the right ways, referrals will only ever happen randomly, if at all. A referral rate that's essentially 0 in a program full of happy clients means that the highest revenue channel in the entire business, one that has 0 customer acquisition cost, warm leads, trust that is pre-sold before you ever speak with the clients, is completely underutilized. Because every client who could have referred somebody and didn't is a client that you now have to go find with your paid ads and spend even more money to acquire. And sign number 5 that you are about to hit a ceiling is that growth is feeling heavier month over month instead of lighter. In a compounding business that increases your leverage as the founder, growth gets lighter with time, with scale. Each new client is worth more because the back end is capturing more of that revenue. Referrals reduce your customer acquisition cost. Referrals also reduce the pressure and need to always be closing new clients. Your upsells are increasing your margin on every client you close, and the business is getting easier to run the bigger it gets. But in a hamster wheel business like the one you might be running, business gets harder as you scale. Every new client requires an increasing acquisition cost, more fulfillment effort, more of your time as the founder to make sure that they don't churn. Everything resets month over month and nothing compounds and gives you leverage. And the only way to grow it is to do more of what's already not working. So if you recognize any of these 5 signs in your business right now, comment the letters CSD below to get more information on bringing my team into your business to work with half as many clients and make twice as much money.